everyone, welcome back to the O-Cheap channel, the channel dedicated to all things cheap in the world of fragrances. And in today's video, we're going to take a look at 5 Freshies for you ladies out there, or for you guys who want to get your ladies something very nice, very clean, fresh, and smooth to wear in the summertime. These are also going to be very inexpensive because that's what this channel is all about. So you don't have to worry about blowing the big bucks to smell good and feel great. And all of these are also personal favorites of both my wife and mine. She loves wearing these and I love to smell these on her. So I thought, why not give these recommendations to you as well and see what you think about them. Starting off with this one here, the original that this is a flanker from is one that is a classic in both men and women's wear, but this is more a modern summer interpretation of it. It is by Tommy Hilfiger and it is Tommy Girl Vibrant Summer. So I also have the guys version of this Vibrant Summer, which came out last year in 2024. And I really love that one. I think that this is a perfect complement to that fragrance. This is one that starts off very fruity on the top with a nice watermelon note, and immediately after that starts drying down, you get a huge blast of white florals like gardenia and neroli, making it very beachy, very, like I said, summer-like and tropical in a way. Not as tropical like a coconut style like how the guys version is. This has a little more versatility and nuance to it than that. It also dries down to having a nice clean veteran note. There's also a unique note of sand in here, and also that musk and ambergris kind of style, keeping things very light. Also dries down very clean and musky and almost a little soapy. This is a wonderful all-around kind of fragrance. I mean, it does work in springtime, but I think that in summer, this is peak. It works great for the daytime or the nighttime, both casual or even formal. This has a little bit of a almost mature, classy kind of vibe to it. And performance on this is not really that bad for a Tommy Hilfiger fragrance. You do expect it to be a little on the poor side, but this is actually pretty nice, almost right up to the average mark. It has about 5 hours longevity with a good medium projection, pretty loud for that first bit you spray it on, and then it dries down pretty quickly. But the sillage in this is wonderful. Like I said, it smells very clean and fresh, and really for the style of fragrance this is, you're not going to expect it to be long lasting. You just want it to be a good fresh burst for that little while that you're going to be wearing it. But even that little experience you are wearing it, it's a wonderful flanker, a big modern summer interpretation of the original Tommy Girl, which is also just as versatile. But yeah, this one is really good, and if you can get the guys version of this along with it and you pair it as a couple, you'd be unmatched. But yeah, I'd highly recommend this one here as a good start off to this list, and it's very solid. Again, it is Tommy Girl Vibrant Summer. The next one here is one that is really nice. My wife personally really loves this one almost more than anything in here, and she wears it pretty consistently, so it's a good thing I got the huge bottle size of this one. But it's from Banana Republic, which have a lot of good women's fragrances and men's fragrances, but the women's selection is very much slept on. But I think this one is kind of the one that stands out the most out of all of them, and is pretty regular to find at rack stores. It is this one here called Peony and Peppercorn. So just like the color and the name would suggest, you have both pink pepper in this and pink peony in this. So it's a very spicy floral that comes across, but it's also very airy and very musky, very expansive, very clean as well, with a nice dry down that is very soapy and very smooth. It is very floral heavy, but not really in the funeral home or flower garden kind of style. It's a very light and clean floral that is very easy to wear. I'd even be tempted to wear this myself, honestly, but this is very nice. You get perfect office fragrance as well. Even formal occasion and casual works great in. Of course, it does work great in the summer, but easily in the springtime and maybe even a little bit in the fall as well, because it does have a nice little woody base that it drives down to, which keeps it very grounded. The performance on this is pretty good as well, but it is a very musky, fresh fragrance, so you're not going to expect it to be that long lasting, but it does do pretty well, about, like I said, 5 hours, maybe almost 6, with a very intimate projection. But the first part of the fragrance, for the first hour and a half, stays pretty medium to medium loud, depending on how much you spray and how you wear it. But even so, it's very smooth. You really can't overspray this. It doesn't smell too cloying, even when you go heavy with the handle. It's very nice, very well blended, amazing perfumery put into this. And you can find this in a small, medium, and this large size bottle here, but this is the only one they had at the time, and I really want to get my wife something and did not expect it to be this good. Again, very versatile, very easy to wear, smells very classy as well. I always think the vibes you get with this one is someone who is very well groomed, very well put together, who knows their stuff, almost like a very upscale businesswoman or a boutique manager or someone like that. It just has a very professional vibe about it, and I really, really like it. Highly recommend this one. I've recommended it to a lot of people in my life. My wife's recommended it to a lot of people as well. Really enjoyed this one, and it's really perfect to wear as a good all-around fragrance, day or night, whatever you're doing. This will work along with you and smell great. But yeah, it's this one here by Banana Republic. It is Peony and Peppercorn. The next one here is one that is actually slept on a good bit. Don't see a whole lot of people talking about it. Then again, I don't watch a lot of female influencers, so I don't really know how well traversed this is in the fragrance community, but I do know that the male equivalence of this one is a lot more hype, and I own both of those. But this one here, I did find for a really good price at a rack store, and I thought, why not get it and see what it's like? And my wife absolutely loves it and tries to wear it as often as she can. It is by Off and On, and it is 9 AM Perfume. So this one here is kind of like the feminine reflection of 9 AM Dive for men. The one in the blue bottle that I really like. I think it's a wonderful signature for guys for almost any time of the year. I think it's very much underrated, and this one is right along with it, but this is a very good feminine reflection of that one. This one also has very mature, classy, upscale vibes to it as well. This one is going to come across very citric and fruity on the top. You have things like mandarin orange, you have bergamot, you even have things like raspberry and black currant. Again, adding a lot of fruity, citric, even tartness, and also a lot of sweetness as well. You also get a lot of musk in here, a lot of ambergris, very expansive, very fluffy, and very, very clean. But this also has a little bit of a good floral nature to it as well, which is not listed in the note breakdown, but you can't deny that it has some floral aspects to it. Maybe even things like tuberose or even some other white florals as well. Very, very clean, very professional. Like, this is a perfect signature from everything from the spring, summer, and fall time. I think you can wear this day or night, office, casual, you know, out with friends or in a meeting or even a family gathering, whatever you're doing, this will wear great right along with you. This is also a really, really good performer. Then again, this is coming from Off and On, and it's in their 9 AM or 9 PM kind of style. So very, very good performance. Easily 6+ hours of longevity with a medium to loud projection for majority of the life of the fragrance. This also has some similarities to a lot of other designer fragrances. More particularly to me is L'Intonique by Givenchy, which I know Najdia Gold by Lattafa also replicates that fragrance and in that style, but I think this is like that, but way smoother and way more powerful, way more loud. I think it fixes the problems that that one has, even though that one is a good one. So you do have a little bit of almost like a powdery candy vibe with this as well. But yeah, very, very nice, very professional. Younger gals might not like this so much, not as much as the other ones in this list, but I do think that this is probably the one that is the most mature and most professional kind of style. But yeah, still really, really good. If you can't find this in rack stores or especially even online for a really good price, which you usually can for about like $30 or even under, you definitely should pick it up because it's really, really good. But again, it's this one here by Off and On. It is 9 AM Perfume. This next one here is one that is actually fairly new to my wife's collection. I got this for Mother's Day just a couple weeks ago, and it has quickly became one of my personal favorites out of her whole collection of things that was either given to her or I bought for her. I think that this is a best bang for buck you can get, and it's probably the cheaper one out of this list here. This is really, really good. I'm tempted to even wear it myself. I think it easily is one of the best ones in this list here. It is by Lattafa, and this one is called Ajaib Dubai Portrait. So I also own the original one of this, the regular Ajaib Dubai, which is meant to be a clone of by Kilian's Black Phantom, a very coffee, woody forward fragrance. But this one here is the complete opposite of that style. And I think it does lean a lot more feminine, but guys could easily wear this. But because of how this smells, I think it fits perfect in this list. This is one that's going to come across very fruity, very, very tropical, with main notes like orange and lemon. And the one that I get the most of is mango. And the mango in this is so creamy, so fruity and sweet, just a tad bit of tartness in there from the other citrus notes. It's an amazing way it comes across. It is so addictive to keep smelling. You almost want to eat it, almost like a mango sorbet style fragrance. It also has a little bit of white florals in here and a nice musky woody base with things like sandalwood and even oud. And I think the sandalwood that's in here is what helps it have almost like a creamy kind of aspect to this, almost like a creamy mango drink or smoothie. This thing is absolutely amazing. Just right off the rip from spraying it without maceration, it smells amazing. So I can only imagine how much more deep and more rich and more well put together maceration is going to help this one. It has easily become one of my favorites. I literally asked my wife to wear this 2 days in a row, the day on Mother's Day and the day after, because I really want to keep smelling it. And I even took it with me to work and showed some other people at work because I really want to see what they thought about it. And this is also a very inexpensive fragrance. Like, I picked it up from Amazon for like $16 or $17, which is incredible. Amazing price. I think equally priced elsewhere as well. And performance on this one is no slouch either. Easily like 6 hours longevity with a medium loud projection and an amazing addictive sillage. This stuff is just incredible. Again, very much a beach summer vibe, probably more for daytime than nighttime, and way more in the hot of summer. It will cut through the heat and smell amazing, and also just very uplifting and bright, easily a mood enhancer, no doubt. And yeah, this is one that I really like, and also like the bottle as well. It almost has like a shower glass kind of look, but yeah, absolutely incredible. Love this one. One that I probably recommend the most out of here, and one that actually kind of got me to want to get this list together in the first place. But yeah, don't be sleeping on this one because this one is absolutely amazing. Again, it is by Lattafa. It is Ajayev Dubai Portrait. Now on to the next one here, and it's one that I think is probably one of the better ones as far as quality besides the last two that we looked at. And it's one I don't see talked about any, if all, in the fragrance community. So I'm here to put you onto it and let you know about it. It is this one here called Haute Vie Ibiza. So this bottle looks familiar to you, and you've been following this channel for a good while now. You know that I actually reviewed the men's version of this one and talked about it as being one of my worst fragrance buys ever, my biggest regret, because it was so hyped. I smelled a sample of it, it smelled great, and then I got the actual bottle and smelled it, and it smelled absolutely unwearable. But the women's version of that is the complete opposite. So what you're gonna get with this one is one that is very dominant in the white floral notes, more particularly orange blossom and neroli. So this is a very neroli heavy fragrance, giving it kind of similarities to things like Neroli Portofino by Tom Ford and anything in that area. But I think the way that this has been made is more of a feminine version of that fragrance, even though that one is still pretty unisex. But this one is very neroli forward, a little fruity, a little sweet, very nice sand note in here as well, a good bit of musk, a little bit of an aquatic, almost airy, watery nature in it, a nice ambery, warm dry down with a little bit of a dry woodiness. It is an absolutely amazing fragrance. Again, almost anything with a heavy neroli base is going to be very similar to a lot of other fragrances, but this one here I consider probably one of the best ones in that, especially for the price that you can get this at. Of course, this is one that's going to probably work better for the high heat, especially the daytime, more so than nighttime. But because it does have that very sweet floral aspect, like almost at the beach kind of vibes, I do think this works very well for casual, outgoing situations. This is also very classy as well, so it could work great even as an office fragrance or as a more formal business kind of attire. And performance on this one for being a freshie is not bad at all. Easily 6 hours longevity with a medium projection. Again, a wonderful clean sillage that's very addicting and very easy to get along with. It's not gonna be anything too harsh. It's very smooth and very subdued. Amazing quality. Again, the only place I've been able to see that you can pick this up at is at fragrancenet.com, which is a US based discounter, but I think it's more exclusive to them, or at least this brand is. And you find this for $30 now at base price without the coupon that FragranceNet gives out for free. So with that coupon, you could probably find it for like $28, maybe $27. So it's a really good price, amazing quality. And I mean, it's a very interesting build. It comes with a packaging in the bag. And I mean, you can see how the packaging is there, very sturdy, very nice, very interesting, but the smell is undeniably great quality. But yeah, highly recommend this one. Again, one of the probably easiest ones to wear in this listing. So again, if you want a good white floral at the beach kind of smell, you can't go wrong with this one here. Again, it is Haute Vie Ibiza for women. And here you go, guys or gals. These are the 5 feminine freshies that I highly recommend for any of you ladies or girls out there to try out and wear, or you guys who want something that's a little more feminine or a little more bright, because a lot of these are very unisex. These work great for just buying for a gift or just buying to have something for you to wear, especially in the high heat of summer, which we're about to get into quickly. These will easily cut through that heat and keep you smelling and feeling more uplifted, refreshed, and clean. These are amazing quality. All of these are also very inexpensive and will not break the bank think to go get. So I highly recommend all these here for whatever occasion you're going to, whether it be casual, formal, daytime, nighttime, whatever it is. These will cover almost any occasion that you need. If you smelled or own any of these, or you've been looking at them for a while now, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Or what feminine freshie do you think should also be in this list here? Maybe something that your wife or your girlfriend or your mom or sister or whoever around you has been wearing that you think is underrated and people need to know about. Let me know about that in the comments as well, so maybe I can get my hands on it and see what I think about it. And if you enjoy this video, please give it a like and a thumbs up. Let me know to keep making unique videos just like this one. I know I usually cover men's fragrances, but I want to do something a little different for maybe the low demographic of women that's out there, or maybe those who will possibly come across this video, or maybe even for you guys out there who are looking for good gift ideas that you can watch this. And maybe I can keep doing more unique and different videos from what I usually do, like this one. And as usual, if you watch this video and you're not subscribed to the channel, but you do like what you see here or what you see elsewhere on the channel, I encourage you to please consider supporting the channel by subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you can see when I upload more videos like this and more in the future. There's a lot of things I have planned, a lot of things coming down the road, and I'd love for you to be right along with me on this cheap, inexpensive fragrance journey. And hey, maybe I can even help you discover something new along the way. And as always, guys, that's all I have for today's video. Again, thank you for being here and for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope that you enjoyed it. And I will see all of you again in the next video. Be blessed.